I know this is a totally gross, disgusting subject, but I need to bring it up. Probably the wrong choice of words there, but anyway, I need to talk about this because it's part of my condition. It's part of my life. Just like this is part of everybody's life. Right here, coronavirus, made in China. Yeah, anyway, aside from that, because we're not talking about that, we're talking about why is my poop green? And I've talked about this before because it's happened before. I just want to bring it up again because this is what I do. I bring things up again once I know other things, right? Like, since that last time, I've been diagnosed with sludge in my gallbladder, right? And the green stools is because of bile in the bloodstream or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to read this because I know how you love it when I read stuff. Because I make it sound so natural. Anyway, our poop is usually a shade of brown, although the shade and consistency can vary according to what we have been eating and some other factors. If you notice that your poop is any color other than a shade of brown, then it's a sign that something may be wrong, right? And the first time, that's what it's like, oh, something's wrong here. This isn't supposed to be like this. I mean, sure, we've got that blue stuff in the toilet, but that shouldn't turn your poop green. Unless I've got yellow poop, which is disgusting. Or, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know. But no, I'm not going to get into details. I know it was I know it was the stools. I like saying stools better than poop because, it just sounds childish when you call it poop. Stools, feces, bowel movements, stuff like that. I don't know. Anyway, I know it's green. Leave it at that. What the heck? Stupid ads. I don't like these websites where the ads just pop up everywhere. And it's like, I'm trying to read. Anyway, it's not unusual. Or it is not unusual. It is not usually dangerous. And it is usually easy to deal with. So there's no reason to panic. I'm not panicking. I'm just noticing. Yeah, that's it. If you are unsure, then visit your doctor and they will likely be able to prescribe something if there is a problem. There are various reasons why your poop will turn green, and we have detailed some here. Okay, green veggies. That could be a possibility because I did buy the mixed vegetables last time we went to Walmart. So there we go. Let's put that in the mix. If your poop is green, then the most likely reason is probably more obvious than you would have expected. You have been eating a lot of green food. It is not unusual for foods to change the color of your poop, and there is nothing to worry about if this is the case. Perhaps the simplest way to test this theory is to change your diet by eating fewer green veggies. If the green poop stops, you will know what was causing it. Once you know that the problem is harmless, you are free to go back to your green veggie-rich diet again. Now, I know that that is not the case, because yesterday I did not eat any vegetables. Today I did, right? And this started yesterday, So, yeah, and it's basically the same as the last time. So, oh, it's one of these things you have to go next. Stupid things. Anyway, green dyes. Changing the color of food is not a modern development. Spices like turmeric have been long used to help add some color to food to make them look and smell more appealing. We still do the same thing today, only today's dyes are more likely to be made from chemicals. If you have green candies and other junk foods, it's likely the green coloring would have come from an artificial coloring agent. If you consume a lot of these, then there's a chance they will not be completely broken down, causing your poop to take on a green color. Interesting. And it's got a whole bunch of stuff that are dyed. Next, bile. See, this is what happened last time. This is what I figured out. Bile is a naturally created substance that is made in our livers and then stored in the gallbladder. See, gallbladder. And I've got sludge in the gallbladder, which explains it all. Its function is to help us break down and absorb the fats in the food that we eat, and it is secreted from our gallbladder stores as and when we need it. Bile has a natural yellow-green pigment to it, right? And you add that to blue water, yeah, it makes it greener. In theory, I guess. We don't usually notice this because the bile gets broken down completely as it passes through our digestive systems. If it is not completely broken down, however, then the green pigment will still be present when it comes out at the other end. Alright? So there you go. Gallbladder. Right, and I've got the sludge in the gallbladder. That makes sense. So I'm assuming that that's acting up again. And that's why it's been green the last couple days. Medication. See, there you go. Another thing that can cause your poop to turn green is the use of medication. It is not fully understood why some medications can turn your poop green, although it is thought that some can make changes to how our food is digested by interfering with the population of useful bacteria in your digestive system. Wait. I forgot to mute that. It's a good thing it didn't make any noise. Yes, I'm talking about my phone. Anyway, medications that can cause this include indomethacin, a type of anti-inflammatory that is often used to help treat arthritis, Depo-Provera, type of birth control. Well, I'm not taking any birth control. Can also lead to green poop. You can ask your doctor because they should be well aware of the symptoms that are associated with certain medication. Okay. Infection. That's a possibility. One reason for bile not breaking down completely as it usually would is the presence of an infection. An infection of the digestive system can cause your poop to pass through the system faster than is normal. This means the system will have less time in which to break it down, resulting in the green pigment remaining when it comes out. Infections of the digestive system include conditions like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella. You can also pick up parasites like Giardia, while some people will also develop fungal infections. Some infections of the digestive system can be serious, So make sure to see a doctor if your symptoms are severe. Crohn's disease. Now I know I don't have this, but apparently one of my uncles, okay, one of my mother's brothers, and one of my cousins has this. But I know for a fact that I don't have this at all. Crohn's disease is a condition that irritates the digestive system. This irritation causes the contents of the stomach to be passed through faster than they usually would be, and this can result in your poop turning green. Other symptoms of Crohn's disease include fever, stomach pain, a loss in appetite, malnutrition, and blood in your feces. There's no blood. Another condition that can cause irritation and inflammation is ulcerative colitis. Whoa, what happened? Again, this will cause the contents of the digestive system to be passed through so fast that there is not enough time for bile and its green pigment to be fully broken down. Okay. Number 7, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. For most of us, there are a handful of foods that we need to avoid because they can give us an upset stomach. It is often spicy foods, but different people are able to handle different foods better than others. For some people, the range of foods that upsets their stomach is considerably wider than normal. Irritable bowel syndrome is a condition in which patients are very sensitive to a wide range of foods. This can make life very difficult for them, as they will often experience associated symptoms that include stomach cramps, diarrhea, constipation, gas, and mucus in stools. It can also lead to green poop. All right. Surgery. I haven't had any surgery lately, so it's not that. But depending on what type of surgery you undergo, it can have quite an impact on the body and on your bodily functions. Organs in particular are very important, and having one of these removed and or replaced can be a considerable shock to the system. One fairly common procedure is colectomy. Colectostectomy, I think, which is basically having your gallbladder removed. See, it is all related to the gallbladder, right? So maybe I should. Maybe there's something, trying to tell me something. Get your gallbladder removed. I don't know, maybe. Having your gallbladder removed means that there will no longer be a place for bile to be stored after it has been manufactured by the liver. This in turn means that more bile will be present in your poop, potentially turning it green. Oh. So then the green stools become normal. Okay, that makes sense. Iron supplements. Iron is a very important metal for us because it allows our blood to transport life-giving oxygen around the body to where it is needed. While it also helps in some other important bodily functions, the food that we usually eat has all the iron that we need, but there are still instances where the supplements are necessary. One example of where iron supplements may be necessary is in the instances of iron deficiency anemia. These supplements are generally harmless, even beneficial, but patients might experience unwelcome side effects if they are not careful. Patients using these supplements might sometimes find that their poop turns green. Ooh. Cancer. Whenever something is not quite right with our bodies, it can be easy for our minds to turn to one condition that can be a terrifying thought for anybody. Cancer. It's in all of us. No, really, it is. Because everybody's born with cancer cells. It just takes certain things to trigger them. The good news is that it's very unlikely green poop means you have cancer. Cancers can cause a discoloration of your stools, but they will usually cause them to become black in color. Cancer will also likely cause your stools to take on a tar-like consistency, so there's no need to panic. But green stools are still something that should encourage you to see a doctor if you are unable to identify what the cause is yourself. And booyah. And then it goes to other things. Other things. We don't need to talk about other things. No, we don't. But yeah, I mean, it could be a number of things. If you clicked on this video because you also have green stools, I hope that whole thing that I read is beneficial to you, and hopefully you got some kind of answer from that. I think it has to do with my gallbladder. Right? Because the last time I saw my doctor, he said that I had sludge in my gallbladder, but not to worry because it's not much, but it is there, right? And that just means that there's bile that hasn't been processed or something like that, and it hasn't been broken down. So that's probably the reason for it. It's just that it's only been the last couple of days that it's been that color. So I'm not sure if it has to do with that or if it's something more. You know, like maybe it got worse. I don't know. So, but I'm seeing him next month, so I can talk to him about it then. You know, especially if it gets worse. Bacterial infection, viral infection, or a parasite. Yeah, so it's basically all points to unabsorbed bile in the gallbladder, right? It just hasn't been processed properly, and that's why it's green, right? Because it goes before it's processed, it's like super fast, boom. You know, like you got the urge to go and you got to run to the washroom or the outhouse or wherever you go. That's what it's talking about, right? So if it hasn't been processed properly, then it's going to be green. That's basically what it's saying. So yeah. No, I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one. Yeah. No, I don't. I'm not. I just forget that. Food may be moving through the large intestine too quickly. See? There you go. The speed at which it moves through the intestine. That causes it to be green as well. Such as due to diarrhea, right? So if you got diarrhea, which is one of the side effects of the medication that I am on, the metformin, causes diarrhea, right? So because of that, it's going by super fast, and if there's bile there that hasn't been processed, it's going to be green. That's all that means. And because I have unprocessed bile in my gallbladder, it's more likely that it's going to be green. But that's me, right? That's my condition. I can't speak for anybody else who has green stools. I'm just saying that it is a possibility, right? How do you fix green poop? Keep track of what you're eating. Keep a food diary and compare meals to stool output. Why? Why? You know, it could be anything, really. Could be the type of margarine I'm using. Who knows? Hey, I never thought of that. Huh. Anyway, I don't know. But I'm not going to go through all these websites. Not going to do that. Not going to, whatever. I am going to go, and I'll be back tomorrow with like a more appropriate video. I just figured that I would talk about this because it's on my mind right now. Sorry about that.